Hello, goblins. It's Chris, Eldritch Pipes. It's an episode of this week's Pipes. I wound up not doing one last week. I did make a pipe, but I sold it and shipped it out before Friday. So I thought, I'll leave it. No biggie. I'll just be back next week. And so here I am. I hope you all got on well without a this week's Pipes last week. I know it's the cornerstone of all of our lives, really. But sometimes this is the way it is. The weather's gotten really good over the last couple of days. The temperature is nice. It's up to 16 degrees Celsius. That's really good. But it has been very wet. Let's see what the weather's like for the rest of the week. Alexa, what's the weather for the week?
Here's the weather in Royal Leamington Spa for the next 7 days. Saturday, 15 degrees Celsius and intermittent clouds. Sunday, 15 degrees and lots of clouds. Monday, 13 degrees and rainy weather. Tuesday, 12 degrees and showers. Wednesday, 11 degrees and clouds and showers. Thursday, 11 degrees and showers. Friday, 12 degrees and rainy weather.
I'm not sure what the difference between showers and rainy weather is. But as you can hear, we're going to have a lot of it. I have been watching Star Trek. I've gone back to, I was going to say the beginning, not really the beginning. Star Trek Next Generation, the beginning. I was kind of put onto it I started listening to a podcast on Spotify called Gates McFadden Investigates. And if you know your Star Trek, you know Gates McFadden plays Dr. Beverly Crusher. And I went, oh, I'm interested in that. She interviews cast and crew from not just Next Generation, but from all over the sort of Trek universe. Really interesting. The one I've enjoyed most is her talking to Brett Spiner, who plays Data. And the reason I enjoyed that so much was because they spend a little bit talking about their influences. And he talks about like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton, but then he moves on to Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy is like, I love Laurel and Hardy, I can't tell you. They're just, I think I might have talked about Laurel and Hardy before. I would have loved to have known them personally. They're just like, I watch them and I just want to be in their world. In their stupid, daft world. But it's just, you can tell that the love that they got for each other is just so obvious. It's just like, it's a wonderful thing. And Brett Spiner and Gates McFadden both love Laurel and Hardy too. And so that kind of like made me warm to them even more. But it then inspired me to start watching the series right back from the beginning. I haven't done it for, I wouldn't like to think, 20 years. Maybe more. I don't know. I thought maybe it's time. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, I've done it. I've started. I watched Encounter at Farpoint the other day. And now I'm on to, what's it called? Time is Now. Now, the now, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. What I'm not enjoying is postal services. Oh my God, they're driving me up the wall. So I've did my last Briar order couple of weeks ago with Man O'Brien. Reliable as ever. They shipped through FedEx. I've had a few issues with FedEx. They have a really opaque system. Every now and then they say, hey, pay us some money, but they won't tell you how much or how to pay. It's like, what are you doing? This time, Mano had to contact me and he said, dude, if you don't pay the customs, they say they're going to ship it back. Well, I had no contact from them. You're expecting a letter saying, dear sir, you owe us this much, here's how to pay. I hadn't even received anything at all. Still haven't. I had to contact FedEx and say, hey, apparently there's customs to pay. How much is it? How do I pay? And then they gave me the wrong email address where you send proof. Because it's not an automatic system. It's like some manual system. You have to make a payment, take the receipt of the payment, email the payment to this other place, and they go, oh yes, you've paid. Well done, we'll release the shipment. What a shambles. So I've told Mano, please use someone other than FedEx next time. Because I've had my fill of it. Fortunately, I'm not desperate for Bryant. I put my order in well in advance. But still, these shenanigans I can do without. And if you remember that other one from Royal Mail that I sent, and it was, to be fair, it was my error. I put the wrong country on. Instead of Canada, I put USA. It's now back in the UK and has been for a week. Just don't know what they're doing with it. I was talking to Ian from Northern Briars, met him at the Birmingham Pipe Club on Wednesday, where we'd sold the 7-day set to a gentleman there. And I was like, oh, it's been like a fortnight since it was meant to be on its way back. And he went, a fortnight? Oh, that's not long at all. Expect another 2 weeks at least. So we all experience these things. Yeah, that's for a pipe for Greg Murphy, who's got the patience of a saint. Thank you, Greg. It was my mistake, but we'll rectify it. It's not lost. It's just doing the rounds. Oh, and I did want to do another shout out to Justin Brown, who just bought another acorn today, which makes his third, so whenever I drop conkers, he's like the squirrel picking them up. Thanks, Justin. Very much appreciated. And I'm glad you like the shape so much. I wanted to do a teaser for the next Four Horsemen box set, which is coming up. But every clue I can think of giving just gives the game away completely. So I thought, all I can really do is say, there's a Four Horsemen box set coming up. Keep your eyes out for it. And just not offer any clues at all. I'm not going to offer any clues at all because, yeah, it will just spoil it. But there's no oblique reference I can give that will not just give the game away. So just keep your eyes out. I'm expecting in the next couple of weeks we should be ready. That'll be cool. It's going to be a good one. And so finally, some pipes. Oh, hang on. I missed one more bit of housekeeping. I'm smoking Dunhill Dark Flake. When it was still Dunhill. Not the Peterson one. The Peterson remix. There's one more flake left in that tin. Got some things to show you. Ta-da! Now look. This is interesting. Yes, it's an acorn. Yes, it's in a Cordovan sandblast. Yes, it's with an earth and ivory stem. But new sandblast media. Someone did ask me a couple of weeks ago, or put a little question in the comment section. Had I been looking at new media? And the answer is, sorry I didn't answer in the comments, but yes. I'm quite liking the results. This is like, I think it's size of media and what would you say? The substance of the media. Maybe that's the best way to put it. For me, glass bead now is just out. Doesn't work for me. I'm not going to use glass bead again. And the really small size of the aluminium oxide can produce some fine, really nice fine detail, but it also seems to miss out a lot as well somehow. And also the large size aluminium oxide misses out a lot as well. There's the size in between, and this is not the only size in between, so I might try another one as well. But this is just producing a really nice medium texture. I like medium, I think, is what I'm really aiming for. Just like lots of nice straight grain detail. You can see the ring grain. And it's just got this nice, worn, weathered look to it. That's what I'm enjoying at the moment. Acorn number one. I say acorn number one, meaning that I've given away the next pipe. Acorn number two. Black sandblast with an orange stem. Orange Cumberland. So you can see again, this is this new media. I just emptied the blast cabinet, took out all the old media, hoovered it all out, so it's just the new media in there, because I needed to know what it did just on its own. Sometimes you can mix media, but I just wanted to see the result of just this media on itself. You can see it's just this really nice medium blast. It's like really sort of etched in. It's not craggy. It's still like a surface texture, but it's deeper than what I've been getting before. And that's super cool. Orange Cumberland step. This is the one going to Justin. Now, this next one is available. I was looking for a shape I hadn't done for a little bit, so I was just leafing through my shapes. And I had an idea for a finish. I'll show you. It's a sandblast, but it's more the colour treatment. So it's a bent egg. Nice little plateau on the rim there. With an oxidised yellow sandblast. Look how it shows the detail. I wanted to do a kind of a light finish, but I really wanted to sort of something more dramatic that would show off, that would really sort of detail the grain better. And so I came up with this process that I'm not going to blab about. It is what it is, and I'm really pleased with it. It's the earth and ivory stem that we've all come to know and love. Oh yeah, pleased with that fellow. Okay, so he's available. If you're interested, wing me a quick email, devilsreef@gmail.com, and can have a chat. And then last thing to show you. A kind of experimental shape. I wanted to do something to utilise the 34mm rod, and my initial idea was an Eskimo because it's got quite a wide shank. But I've got a piece I've been looking at, a piece of briar I was looking at for an Eskimo, but I don't know. For some reason I didn't want to go there right now. So I'm doing a kind of wide shanked Dublin. I'll show you. I'll put this down actually. So you can see like Dublin because it like tapers from rim to base. And that's the stem. So it's going to be panelled at the sides, which is why it's taking me longer than normal. And this is the 32mm rod, which looks like it's going to be somewhat spectacular when it's done. It's just taking me a little while to figure out all the angles and sort of get these parts dialed in. There's some more carving yet before I have everything sorted, but it's a really, I like where it's going. It's very unusual. I like where it's going. So hopefully this one will be done next week. It should be, I think. All right. That's it from me, I think. Just about. Next week I will be back with more pipes. It's a normal pipe working week. And yeah, I'll be back then, all being well. Probably warm but wet. Right. Okay. So till then, take it very easy. Your loyal pipe maker.